Hello again, welcome back. You may not realise this, but I've been away for quite some time. Well, not been away, I've been playing Penumbra. Sadly, my recording software decided not to join in the game, at least not wholeheartedly, so I've played a whole chunk more, and you simply haven't seen it, but I can't just not let you see it, because there's so much story involved, so I've had to reload back to an earlier save, and there aren't really many early saves, so I've gone all the way through the last part of the mine again, and I'm back here, and I'm trying to remember what I've done and what I haven't done. But I think the last time you saw me, I was chucking a rock through here to see where it would go, and bashing it with a hammer. And the answer is I can't get through there yet, but what I'm trying to do... Oh dear, that's no. What I'm trying to do now is I need to stop this fan to get through here, okay? So, apologies you haven't seen anything, but it's mostly puzzles and stuff, so you'll see as we go along anyway. At least it'll be quick for me to do it, because I know what I'm doing mostly. Yeah, originally I was trying to decide how I would stop this. I couldn't do it with tools, and I didn't want to use the electric motor. Oh. There we go. Doesn't even have to sort of do it properly, really. And because of foreknowledge and all that, there's something else here as well. We can't get back through here. That door over there is jammed behind us. So this is the only way through. But we need the motor through the other side as well. Oh, this is so annoying. I hate having to replay things. I hate having you missing out on me seeing things for the first time. But there we go. There's not a lot of really scary stuff. There's some really cool bits, but there's not a lot of really scary stuff anyway, so that's fine. Come on, Red, where are you?
We are now such good and lasting friends. I have gifted you with my love. Perhaps you could gift me with something. After all, the laws of politeness would be shattered if you were to appear at my party without a gift. Poor Red is so hungry. He could eat both the horse and the young rippling stable hand. Sadly, pony flesh is so hard to come by in these parts, and man meat is just so bland.
What?
If your eyes happened upon a scurrying rodent, would you deliver the crunchy feast by way of a final meal?
Oh, there's a whole lot of disturbing in there. I don't even know where to start, really. Yeah, we can't open this door until this electric motor's in here, which I can't because apparently my lifting distance is a bit weird. Come on, get in there. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit disconcerting the first time we came down here. Yeah, so poor old Red's hungry, he would like a rat to chew on. Which suggests his standards have lowered slightly, but maybe he likes rats anyway. Okay, a save point. Otherwise, these save points aren't common enough, and they start to overwrite each other. Anyway, so this... Originally I had to draw a little plan out for this to work out the route. Basically, at least one square... Ah! Oh, I went too far forward. At least one square is left each time you can walk into, so... Come on. Ow, I did it too soon! Would you believe I did it on the second try, the first time I tried it? But there you go. I'm rushing now because I don't think I know what I'm doing. Yeah, at one point there's a couple of squares left open, but you should only step forward once. Oh, darn it! I did that last time, I got straight through. That's annoying. Yeah, last time I just went straight through that last part, because I couldn't actually see the sequence for the last few squares, so I just legged it. And I'm doing it wrong again. It's alright, I'll edit this out. You'll never see this. I'll edit it out in that bit. Now, come on, me. Just calm down. You know how to do this. Stop being an idiot. Okay, I'm through, but I took a hit on the last part there. I don't know what's supposed to be different there. Maybe I'm supposed to run towards this one here and then the next one. That's the answer. It doesn't matter anyway. This'll my heartbeaty thing will clear in a minute anyway. That was really annoying. It was so easy the first time I did it. Next time was a bit harder. Yeah, how do I do this? I can't remember. Oh, I think I have to do this first, don't I? Yeah, I have to do this bit first. See, my pulse is back. Just a bit of scalding. It's fine. There we go. Right, because here... the track this other way. And now we can open the door to go back to the previous area. Right. Nothing scary here at all. What does this say? It's completely closed up. I can't get out that way. I may never get out. Don't be like that, sir. Don't be despondent. This is like a... well, it's obviously a mining cart, isn't it? On a rails. Not very securely fixed, but it's a bit wobbly. So we can't get it through, though, because these chains are in the way. Okay, so I'm basically... I could have shortcut this, but I'm doing this exactly the same way that I did the first time around, to show you the sort of process I went through. Okay, and down here... I thought there was a worm going to come through here, guaranteed, pretty much, but there you go. This wall, it's new. The cement's almost wet. It can't have been put up more than a week ago. What the hell? Well, it looked a bit mouldy for a week ago, but okay. So I did try blowing it up with dynamite early on, but that didn't work. So it would seem to me that maybe, you know, it's a dynamite inside the cart or something else to go flying down here, but I can't do anything while these chains are in the way. So there's nothing else we can basically do here. I'd missed something earlier. Now, what I'd found early on... Hello? Okay. Now, this was shaft 12. Now, in the early... in the earlier part, it's called Section C, with all the dogs walking around. There were maps up on the wall. Here's one, actually. Here's a map here. I hear you. And I saw section staff 12 and 13 up there. There's 12 up there, where we've just come from, and 13's over here. But what we missed, what I missed, was something earlier. So you might remember there was a room, feels like a long time ago to me. There was a room a while back, that's a dead end down there. There's a room a while back that has a part to it I didn't notice. I can't know if there's a dog here or not. I don't think so. Yeah, this one in here, this section, this is in section C, is this part of the mine here. Over here, okay. So in this room here, there wasn't damn all anything in here apart from the iron mine shaft, which has a passcode in it, which I still haven't found the passcode to. Well, that's fine. And there wasn't really anything else in here apart from this. I didn't notice this over here, look. This room with this door. And in here, this is empty, I think. Yeah. We have a screwdriver, and more importantly, where is it? Aha, here it is. Bolt cutters and a save as well. That's how long ago it was, you know, it saves about 4 or 5 of the auto saves. But, oh, come on. Get up there, Phil. But, I've done so many of them now that I can't do any more. Yeah. Some bits and pieces not worth digging through the barbed wire. I thought, look at this, look. They've got barbed wire on the shelves. I guess this is for rations. Part of the military storage here, and it's protecting it from the dogs, maybe? I don't know. But now we've got the bolt cutters. We can go back and cut those chains and do the minecart. Which I think is what we need to do next, isn't it? Yes, it is. And then we will move on to closer to where I was before. Yeah, this took me a lot longer the first time. A couple of instances with dogs. Otherwise, mostly just me exploring around. I'm still a bit lost around here, really. Maybe you're feeling the same, but I'm a bit more used to it now. what goes where and everything else. These windy passages. He's actually not that close, is he? I don't think. There he is there. I think I can make it past, I'm not sure. We'll find out in a second, won't we? Don't notice me, doggy! Ah, there we go. Yes. Right, back into here again. And we can cut the chains with this. There we go. Now, after trying dynamite in that wall down there, you'd think, well, it's going to need a fairly hefty crash to make it work. But no, apparently, just gravity and a heavy iron minecart is sufficient. Is that the whispers off again? And thankfully the save as well. Very welcome. A cohort, a man with no name. It is he who opens the gateway to hell, a grin on his face. He is terrible indeed. He watches the men writhe and turn. Still, father looks on, something vital in his hand. I suppose I can trust these things a bit more. I'm not dead yet. They must have a purpose. What could it be? Yeah, maybe father mentioned there is our father as well. I don't know. Right, give me 1 second. I should really find another time to record, you know, because I just get endless interruptions at the moment, which is rather frustrating, and what with the having to repeat part of the gameplay is really disrupting. It really ruins it for me, but never mind. What can I do? Okay, how do you fancy a bit of light slideshow to liven things up? You can tell what that is, without me telling you, you're a better man than I am. It's badly funny. It looks like the close-up review of some species of annelid. Annelid is a worm for you and me. It's got tiny bristles, like an earthworm, with tiny bristles on its skin to help it move through the soil. Well, in the case of an earthworm, through the soil. This one travels through something slightly different. Let's turn this light on, make it a bit easier. Images and notes relating to the grey rockworm. This thing is big for an invertebrate. Okay, what do we have here? A 60s microscope, functional for research purposes, but we've come a long way since they were common. I don't know, people still use a lot of microscopes. Sometimes they're more powerful, they've got cameras on them, or newspaper. Not a readable newspaper, we'll come to that in a minute. There you go, and a pencil. And a note on the floor. What does this one say? Copenhagen Post, Friday 25th of December 1970. Happy Christmas. Superstition extinct, death mine still breathing. A worker at the northwestern iron mine, Greenland, is missing, presumed dead, as of midnight last night. Locals fear foul play. Mining now forms the largest single industry in Greenland. At 16 years old, the northwestern iron mine is a relatively new part of a larger complex, which also includes a lead operation, and is built on the site of an older mine, later converted into a military bunker, and finally closed in 1952. Hold on a second. Early on in the game, we came across extracts about a military complex opened during the war. I thought it was, but they're saying it's only 16 years old. Built on the site of an older mine. Later converted to a military bunker. Okay, that makes sense. I thought there was a mix-up over the times there. Yeah, so it was a mine, then it was a military installation briefly, then it was, opened again. Now, the iron mine retains its excellent work record in spite of the recent disappearance of an as yet unnamed worker, presumably Red. We have discovered that the man in question was a young labourer brought in from mainland Europe, possibly Denmark, and authorities on both sides of the strait are currently attempting to contact any family he may have left behind. Oh, hold on a second. So right now we're in like the 2000s, I think, in game time. So that means that Red's been down here on his own for a long time. At least like 30 years, maybe? Interesting. Oh no, they're saying the man disappeared 10 days ago. What? Oh, this is from 90. Okay, so this is from 1970. The man disappeared 10 days ago, and the mine foreman has now exercised his power to declare him presumed dead, which is reasonable when you can't find the body. The decision, we are told, was not taken lightly. A full search of the mining operation was commissioned to no avail. Without the appropriate equipment or transport, the man could not have survived on the surface. Although superstition in Greenland has seen a decrease in popularity in the past years, some local inhabitants still claim that the land itself is cursed. This very paper ran a report almost 40 years ago to the day, which we read, discussing high suicide figures for the area, but findings at the time were considered to be inconclusive by Lars Jensen. Yeah, so that was the one about possible hallucinogenics found in the rocks, lysergic acid and things like that. Coffee. Okay, interesting. And we've got medical notes disturbed recently. And what else do we have over here? We've got a worm. Hold on. Makes a lovely slappy noise. It looks like to be a smaller species of that worm than I saw earlier, or just a juvenile. It's been dissected, the internal organs removed. It could be much older than that wall I demolished. I suppose it's not more rotten, quite frankly. But there you go. What's in here? Anything? Nothing. Okay. And we've got some newspaper cuttings, hundreds of newspaper clippings, all to do with biomedical sciences, local wildlife, or field studies. So it definitely appears to be a lab in here, doesn't it? Of some sort. Someone's been doing some research. Not enough. Okay. An extract from a newspaper. Give it to me. Thank you. K&R, Thursday, 1st of January 1974. Increased sea traffic causes local concern. Inhabitants of a small village in the relatively desolate northwest have been reporting witnessing uncharacteristically large volumes of seaborne traffic over the past 6 months. Northwest Greenland is virtually uninhabited by modern standards, containing just 0.1 persons per square kilometre, 1/3 of the national average. Sea trade has dropped off dramatically since the closure of the northwestern lead and iron mines in March 1972. The mine itself ceased operation due to a massive structural failure following an apparently accidental detonation of a standard mining explosives, where all 47 workers were assumed killed in the blast. Bodies were not recovered. So that's sort of either either there was an explosion, or deliberate or otherwise, or that they've used that to cover up what maybe has happened down here. Now, locals are complaining of noise pollution caused by a high and steady volume of ships sailing close to shore. Unfortunately, in order for any form of official inquiry to be undertaken, the registration codes of the ships, like the number plates, the ships in question, must be recorded, and since villagers claim the ships only travel under the cover of darkness, this may make a marked difficulty for their ongoing quest for justice. Eric Nunat. So we've had some sort of disaster in the mine, where the man goes missing in the mine. Then later on, a few years later, some sort of disaster happens in the mine, and then they close the mine, and then things are being shipped there. There's some sort of operation still going on there, apparently in secret, according to the darkness. So presumably we're leading in here to the point that we read about some mysterious organisation doing some sort of dissection and xeno reports or something of substances, and whatever report we read earlier in the cave. And unfortunately we can't do any more dissection of the worm. But there we go. Never mind. Right. What's in here? Nothing. Okay. And what does this say? There's a mess of statistics and crude drawings on this chalkboard. They all relate to a large species of annelid. Well, I'm getting a little bit of tearing. I don't know why. I didn't get tearing in the game before, but I apologise for that. I presume it's because I'm doing other things at the same time on the computer. But there we go. Right. A locked door. Looks like there's something stuck in the keyhole. You know what's stuck in the keyhole, don't you? It's the key. Is what it is. Now, this one wasn't too hard to work out. It's a puzzle I've come across before many times. Old keys like this, like the shaft ones, not like a modern key, but a sharp one like this. The old trick that you used to do this from years ago is you need a sheet of paper, like we got from here. And there's a gap under the door here. See? This one didn't take too much to work out for me. Come on. There. Okay, so what you do is you put a bit of paper or a bit of cloth or something else under the door, then use a poking device, in this case the screwdriver, to poke the key out. and then it falls out of the paper and you pull it through. Nice and easy. There we go. Let's see what mysteries are lying in here.